Did you know that skipping a specific spot in the shower could be quietly undermining your long-term health? It may sound like an overstatement, but a growing body of scientific evidence highlights the significant risks associated with neglecting hygiene in certain, often missed, parts of the body. The reality is, during a typical rush shower, several key areas are frequently forgotten, and this becomes even more common as we get older. In today's discussion, we will uncover 5 critical body parts that seniors commonly fail to clean thoroughly. These are zones that silently accumulate bacteria, perspiration, and fungal spores, which can develop into genuine medical complications if ignored. From circulatory troubles to stealthy skin infections that fly under the radar, these spots hold far more importance for your well-being than you might assume. Be sure to watch all the way to the conclusion, because one of these areas is so frequently forgotten, yet it's directly linked to your body's immune defenses, and washing it properly takes fewer than 10 seconds. That's simple. Consistent practice could safeguard your health in ways you never imagined. Let's begin. One of the most frequently forgotten regions, which can silently impact your health if not cleansed routinely, is your feet. You may believe that letting soapy water run over them during your shower is sufficient. However, for older adults who might already be managing poor circulation, diabetes, or a less robust immune response, foregoing a dedicated foot wash is practically an open invitation for bacteria to colonize and thrive. Fungal organisms adore warm, damp conditions, particularly the spaces between the toes and beneath the toenails. And for seniors, what begins as a minor case of athlete's foot can rapidly escalate into a much more severe issue like cellulitis or a persistent skin ulcer that refuses to heal. Even more alarming, many older individuals may not feel the initial symptoms of foot troubles due to diminished nerve sensitivity. You might be completely unaware of an infection until it has already caused significant harm. By that stage, treating the problem becomes far more complex. Beyond fungal concerns, the accumulation of dead skin, the development of cracked heels, and trapped sweat can all compromise the skin's natural protective layer, which subsequently raises your risk of infections that can potentially enter the bloodstream. But here is the encouraging news. Dedicating a mere 5 to 10 seconds of focused cleaning per foot, making sure to wash between the toes, under the nails, and around the heels can dramatically lower these risks. And it's not solely about scrubbing. After you thoroughly dry your feet, using a bit of moisturizer can assist in maintaining soft, healthy, and more resistant skin. Consider this daily practice not as a matter of appearance, but as a form of vascular and nerve care. Your feet are not just for mobility. They are one of the body's primary indicators of overall health decline. And yet, because they're located so far from our line of sight, so simple to conceal, they're also among the easiest areas to disregard. So, the next time you step into the shower, don't just assume the water has cleaned your feet. Make a point to bend down and give them the care they require. It's easy to fall into the belief that if you have very little hair or have adopted a simple, low-maintenance style, your scalp no longer needs much attention. However, the fact is, your scalp is living skin. And just like every other area of your body, it demands proper care. When the scalp is ignored, it turns into a hidden reservoir for oils, sweat, dead skin cells, and pollutants from the environment. Over time, this accumulation doesn't just remain in one place. It can set off a chain reaction of inflammation that impacts your immune function, weakens your skin's defensive barrier, and results in persistent irritation. For older adults, scalp health transcends cosmetic concerns. Persistent dryness or flaking can lead to low-grade infections that damage the skin's structural integrity. In more serious situations, bacteria from the scalp can enter small cuts or even hair follicles that have been weakened by age. But here's a fact many people aren't aware of. Your scalp possesses one of the highest densities of sebaceous glands on your entire body, meaning that oil can build up more rapidly here than almost anywhere else. When left unwashed, this oil oxidizes, hardens, and transforms into a fertile breeding ground for pathogens you cannot even see. For individuals in their 60s and older, this could lead not only to discomfort, but also to an unnecessary risk of infection that is difficult to detect until it's well established. And while many people shampoo less often as they age, believing their hair is more delicate, completely avoiding regular cleansing can be more detrimental than beneficial. This is especially true for those with fine hair, a bald scalp, or thinning at the crown. Even the simple act of gently massaging the scalp for a couple of minutes during a wash can enhance blood circulation to the head and neck, stimulate the lymphatic system, and aid with mental clarity and stress relief. It's not just about cleanliness. It's a holistic boost for your entire well-being. Therefore, even if your hair is short, sparse, or completely gone, your scalp remains important. Treat it with purpose. Wash it conscientiously. Massage it softly. You will feel the improvement. Your head will express its gratitude, and your body will reap subtle benefits that are more significant than you may realize. If you are finding this information helpful so far, please take a moment to type number 2 in the comments below to let me know you're with us. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, I highly recommend you hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss one of our videos. Your support is what allows us to keep producing meaningful content designed to educate and uplift you. Now, let's continue. The navel or belly button might be one of the most diminutive features on your body, but it is also one of the most ignored and, surprisingly, one of the most prone to harboring germs. As we grow older, our flexibility often diminishes, and tiny, recessed areas like the navel are easily missed during a shower. You might think, it's just a small indentation. How much trouble could it cause? But the reality is the navel is a crevice where sweat, dead skin cells, leftover soap, and even fabric lint from your clothes can gather. When it isn't cleaned on a regular basis, it becomes an ideal sanctuary for harmful bacteria and fungal yeast. In some instances, what starts as slight irritation can evolve into an infection known as omphalitis. This condition, while more frequently seen in newborns, is being increasingly observed in elderly patients, particularly those with diabetes or weakened immune systems. Bacteria can proliferate in the dark, damp, and warm microenvironment of the navel, quietly leading to symptoms like redness, an unpleasant smell, or even discharge. The danger is compounded because the early signs are often very subtle. Many seniors don't detect any discomfort until the infection has already taken hold. At that point, the healing process takes considerably longer than it would have in their younger years. In more extreme scenarios, a hardened accumulation called an omphalith or navel stone can form a small, dark, foul-smelling mass that may require professional medical extraction. And yet, preventing all this boils down to a straightforward routine. During your daily wash, simply use a fingertip cover with a soft washcloth or a gentle cotton swab. Carefully clean inside the navel with warm water and a mild, pH-balanced soap. Then, ensure you dry the area completely. A dry navel is just as crucial as a clean one, because any residual moisture creates a perfect environment for microbes to multiply. This is especially important if you've undergone abdominal surgery or have significant skin folds in that region. Maintaining a clean navel is more than just a hygiene task. It's a proactive health measure, particularly as your immune system undergoes changes with age. So, treat this small, hidden place with consideration, because sometimes it's the parts we never see that demand the most attention. For many older women, and a significant number of men as well, the skin underneath the breast can become one of the most easily chafed and overlooked parts of the body, and yet it is one of the most vital to maintain clean and dry, especially as we get older. This skin fold, which is often warm and moist, becomes a prime location for bacterial and fungal proliferation if it isn't washed and dried every day. The skin in this area is thin, sensitive, and constantly covered by bras, clothing, and undergarments that trap perspiration and limit air circulation. Over time, this combination creates the perfect conditions for intertrigo, a red, inflamed rash caused by a mix of friction, moisture, and microbial overgrowth. It can begin with just minor itching or redness, but if left unaddressed, it can progress into painful sores, open skin breaks, or chronic fungal infections that need extended medical treatment. Some women, particularly those who have experienced breast surgery, significant weight fluctuations, or natural sagging over the years, are more susceptible to these problems. And because the area under the breast isn't always visible without a mirror, issues can go undetected until they become severe. One of the most common errors older adults make is assuming a passing rinse in the shower is adequate. But this region requires deliberate attention. Gently lift the breast tissue. Wash the area meticulously with a mild, non-irritating soap. Rinse completely. And most critically, pat the area utterly dry. Using a clean, soft towel or a fresh washcloth reserved specifically for this purpose can have a major positive impact. For those who are especially prone to moisture, a light application of unscented talc-free powder or cornstarch can help maintain dryness without causing skin irritation. Paying attention here is not merely about avoiding minor discomfort. It's about upholding your skin's health, preventing infections that could take many weeks to resolve, and preserving your sense of physical ease. Neglecting this area can silently erode your day-to-day comfort, particularly during hotter weather or periods of physical exertion. But just a few mindful moments during your daily routine can prevent all of that. So, even if it remains unseen by others, always remember that this part of your body warrants the same level of respect and diligent care as all the others. If the insights we're sharing are resonating with you, please show your engagement by typing number 4 in the comments section below. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, I encourage you to do so and click the bell icon to receive alerts for all our new uploads. Your support empowers us to continue creating high-quality content that aims to inform and motivate you. Now, let's proceed. This next area is one of the most sensitive and easily inflamed regions of the body, and yet it is also one of the most commonly neglected. For many older adults, the groin becomes a persistent problem area. Not necessarily due to a total lack of hygiene, but because of small, consistent oversights that accumulate over time and gradually lead to chronic conditions. As we age, our bodies naturally develop looser skin, more pronounced folds, and changes in muscle tone. This translates to more crevices where moisture can become trapped, more opportunities for bacteria and fungus to flourish, and a higher likelihood of experiencing discomfort, odor, or skin breakdown. Both men and women can face these challenges, but many feel too embarrassed to discuss it or are uncertain about what constitutes a normal change versus a problem. The skin in the groin is delicate, often subject to rubbing from clothing, and easily aggravated by tight garments, issues with incontinence, or even prolonged sitting. When it isn't washed and dried correctly, conditions such as jock itch, yeast infections, or folliculitis can emerge with little advance notice. It might start as a small patch of redness, a minor itch, until suddenly you're confronting significant pain or skin damage that is slow to heal. One of the less obvious dangers is the speed at which infections in this area can spread, given its proximity to lymph nodes and other vital internal structures. Even seemingly minor skin irritations can escalate into more serious conditions if not attended to quickly. And once the skin's protective barrier is broken, the healing process becomes slower and more complex in older bodies. Washing this area every single day is absolutely essential, but the technique you use is equally important. Use lukewarm water, a very gentle fragrance-free soap, and your clean hands or an ultra-soft cloth. Avoid harsh scrubbing, refrain from dry with abrasive towels, and be meticulous. Clean between all skin folds. Rinse with care and pat the area completely dry until no dampness remains. If moisture is a constant issue, applying a thin layer of a talc-free powder or protective barrier cream can help minimize friction and irritation. For those managing incontinence, daily cleaning is even more critical and should follow any incident, no matter how minor. Don't wait for a rash or an odor to develop. By that stage, your skin is already signaling that it is under significant stress. A healthy groin area enhances overall comfort, freedom of movement, and even personal confidence. It allows you to walk, exercise, and rest without pain. And when you care for this region daily, you are doing more than just maintaining cleanliness. You are safeguarding one of your body's most vulnerable zones from breakdown, infection, and long-term damage. If you're still watching and finding this content valuable, please let us know by commenting number 6 down below. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I strongly suggest you subscribe and enable the notification bell so you're always in the loop. Your support is a foundation that allows us to keep creating beneficial content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move ahead to our final point. Ultimately, when it comes to aging in a healthy and graceful manner, it is frequently the smallest, most consistent habits that yield the most profound results. Daily personal hygiene might not seem like a matter of critical importance, but as we have explored today, the manner in which you care for your body, particularly these easily forgotten areas, can play a formidable role in your long-term health, daily comfort, and even your overall lifespan. Which of these 5 body parts was the most surprising to you? Was there one you had not given much consideration to before watching this? The truth is, wisdom in our later years isn't solely about understanding grand philosophical truths. It's about paying attention to the quiet details, the daily rituals, the subtle signals our bodies send us, and the opportunity we are granted each day to protect the physical vessel we still inhabit with gentleness, consistency, and profound respect. If you have stayed with us until now, I hope this discussion provided not just a simple list of tasks, but a richer appreciation for your own body and a refreshed dedication to care for it with clear intention. Because you are not merely rinsing off grime, you are preserving the very vessel that carries you through this beautiful and continuously unfolding journey of life. Thank you for being with us today. We would be delighted to hear your thoughts. Please leave a comment below and share one key takeaway from today's talk and how you intend to apply it in your own daily routine. Your perspectives are incredibly valuable to us, so please feel free to share them. Reading your feedback provides us with tremendous motivation and inspiration. If you enjoyed this video and found it useful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and share it with others. Your support enables us to keep producing quality content designed to educate and uplift you. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to connecting with you again in the next video.